From America's Got Talent to superstardom. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most successful America's Got Talent contestants. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're defining success in terms of career trajectory and mainstream popularity. These also don't have to be winners. Any contestant from America's Got Talent is eligible, provided they're now famous.
I did it my
way. Number 10. The Texas Tenors.
Your touch, are you still mine?
The Texas Tenors are a classical crossover group who placed 4th in the 4th season of America's Got Talent. They've subsequently released 5 studio and 3 live albums, including a collection of Broadway and American classics, which reached number 1 on the Billboard Classical chart.
I mean, we've been touring full-time for almost 10 years.
Wow.
And we actually debuted 2 albums at number 1 on the Billboard Classical charts.
We've been able to provide for our families, which we were struggling with before, and coming back here is just fantastic.
But perhaps their biggest success came in 2013 when they self-produced a PBS special with the Phoenix Symphony called You Should Dream.
You should dream, let the voice inside you sing. You should dream, and let your wishes take wing.
The special saw the group performing with the orchestra and receiving critical praise, including 3 Emmys. From Houston to AGT to the Emmys, the Texas Tenors are a true success story.
And once I had a girl on a rocket top, half bear, the other half cat. She's wild as a mink, but sweet as soda pop. I still dream about that.
Number 9. Michael Grimm.
See, I never knew the art of making love. For my heart aches with love for you.
Some say that musicians shouldn't be allowed on America's Got Talent due to the abundance of music-themed reality shows. But with people like Michael Grimm, we can't complain too much. Despite performing in Vegas for years prior to auditioning for AGT, Grimm never received any attention or acclaim. That all changed when he won the 5th season with a soaring rendition of When a Man Loves a Woman.
When a man loves a woman, can't keep his mind nothing else. He trades the world for the good thing is found.
Since winning the show, Grimm married, performed at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and released 3 studio albums, including a self-titled disc that reached number 13 on the Billboard 200. Number 8. Jabbawockeez. The Jabbawockeez are a hip-hop freestyle dance crew that appeared very briefly in Season 2. While their audition impressed the judges, they were cut after the Vegas round, ensuring that they would disappear from the spotlight forever. Except they didn't, and instead went on to win America's Best Dance Crew the following year. After appearing on various reality and talk shows, the Jabbawockeez headlined their own Vegas production titled Muse I See, making them the first dance team to headline a Vegas show. They've since headlined 2 more performances, Prism and Dreams, at the Luxor and MGM Grand respectively. Number 7. Grace VanderWaal.
I now know my name. I don't play by the rules the game, so easy.
Grace VanderWaal became a national sensation due to her ukulele skills and her distinctive voice. And while her Golden Buzzer audition quickly went viral, that was just the beginning. She went on to win the competition and released her debut studio album called Just the Beginning in 2017. After touring the album, she served as the opening act for Imagine Dragons during the summer leg of their Evolve World Tour. And soon you'll be able to catch Grace on Disney Plus when she stars as Stargirl Caraway in the upcoming Stargirl. We may have the next big child star on our hands. Number 6. Matt Franco. Franco was an unstoppable tour de force throughout Season 9, and he eventually became the first magician to win the competition.
The winner of the $1 million and the star of the headline show in Las Vegas is Matt Franco! Wow! Congratulations!
His life essentially changed overnight. Just 1 year later, he was headlining his own show in Vegas titled Magic Reinvented Nightly, which was heralded as the best magic show in the city. The Link Hotel and Casino has since renamed their theater after Franco, and his shows are still selling exceptionally well. It's insanely difficult to make magic your full-time job, and it's even harder to stand out in the magic sphere of Vegas. Somehow, Matt has accomplished it.
There you go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Almost.
Woo!
What?
All better, all good. Yeah. Why don't you...
Oh my God.
That is awesome. I was a little worried.
Number 5. Melissa Villaseñor. Melissa Villaseñor is an impressionist and comedian who got started in LA before appearing at Montreal's Just for Laughs festival in 2010.
This is Barbara Walters, and today on my show, I have award-winning actress Natalie Portman. Natalie, I hear you're having a baby.
Just 1 year later, she appeared in AGT's 6th season and became a semi-finalist, ultimately losing to jazz singer Landau Murphy Jr. Luckily, her act was good enough to attract significant attention, and she landed a gig on Saturday Night Live doing an impression of Sarah Silverman.
Oh my God. We might be electing the first woman president. I feel so much pride from my head to my vagina.
Her comedy and personality went over so well that she was promoted to a repertory player for season 44. Now that is pretty darned impressive considering most comedians crash and burn within a couple of performances.
Rock a baby on the mountain top. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock.
Number 4. Darci Lynne Farmer. It seems like 3 is Darci Lynne Farmer's lucky number. She was the 3rd female to win the competition, behind Bianca Ryan and Grace VanderWaal, the 3rd youth behind the same. And wouldn't you know it, she's also the 3rd ventriloquist to win, after Terry Fator and Paul Zerdin.
So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Since winning the show, Farmer has embarked on a year-long tour titled Darci Lynne and Friends Live, and then hosted Darci Lynne, My Hometown Christmas on NBC, and announced that she was embarking on a second tour throughout 2019.
Voices singing, let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly.
She's certainly staying busy, and we love to see her so happy and successful.
Well, how about we try to help you meet someone special?
Number 3. Lindsey Stirling. Lindsey Stirling, everyone's favorite violinist, appeared in season 5 to a mixed response. While the judges adored her unique sound, they weren't too thrilled with her dancing and marketability. Piers Morgan even told Lindsey that she wasn't good enough to mix playing and dancing. Of course, Lindsey ignored the critique and stayed true to herself and her distinctive form of art. Her blending of music and dance is now highly praised, and she's one of YouTube's most popular musicians, with 11 million subscribers and over 2 billion views. She also recently co-headlined the Synthesis Tour with Evanescence, proving that her reach stretches far beyond the confines of YouTube. Number 2. Jackie Evancho. Jackie Evancho proves that you do not need to finish first to be successful. Despite strong reviews, Jackie lost season 5 to Michael Grimm, but she went on to a more prosperous musical career. Her debut EP, Oh Holy Night, was a record-breaking album. It debuted at number 2 and made Jackie both the youngest solo artist to debut in the top 10 and the youngest solo artist to go platinum. She sustained the hot streak with Dream With Me, an album that made her the youngest artist to debut in the UK top 5. And to top it off, her album Two Hearts became her 7th consecutive #1 on the Billboard Classical chart. Before we unveil our #1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
I thought I would make a prediction. Out of every random choice, Simon, I got courage in blue. Heidi, I got hard work in red. Mel B, I got a black heart right there.
Getting a new voice, does that put a big strain on your throat?
Well, funny enough, Sam's voice, who's the Muppety kid character I do, he speaks like this, and then you've got Albert, who's kind of down here, and the baby's kind of squeaky. You saw them earlier on. He's got a very deep voice, and I thought that's the only kind of voice that would suit him.
And yes. American.
And American, yes.
The happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call.
I think he's a bit congested, Heidi. On the count of 3, give him a squeeze. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Oh, lovely! Good job, buddy.
You have a new home. It's called the House of Tape.
The House of Tape is where I'm going to be sort of living for the next wee while, yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
It's this beautiful little room based in Harrows, and we've just been dressing it for the past sort of week, madly putting, I think we've stretched in over 70 rolls of gaffer tape in decoration alone. So it's amazing how quickly you can dress a room with gaffer tape.
That's impressive.
#1, Terry Fator.
The voice of entertainment, Terry Fator. Welcome to the show.
It's so good to be here.
Terry Fator is a fascinating success story. He was the lead singer of an unsigned band in the late 80s. And after realizing he could combine singing with ventriloquism, he pursued that with little success.
People come up and say, "Do you sing too?"
You know, sunshine, but she's gone. She's always gone too long.
In fact, there was a time when he only sold 1 ticket in a 1,000-seat venue. It was this defeat that truly discouraged him. But after receiving motivation from his family, Fator auditioned for AGT. It truly changed his life. In 2008, he signed a 5-year, $100 million contract with the Mirage, who quickly renamed a theater after Terry.
All right, he's got the #1 show on the Vegas Strip, and he has for many, many years. Our good friend Terry Fator is here, and I see you brought, this is a new friend you've got here.
And in 2013, he celebrated his 1,000th show in Vegas. He's come a long way, and we've all enjoyed watching the ride.
And now I've had a 7-year residency at the Mirage, and we've just signed for another 5 years, so we're going to go another 5. Okay. So very excited about that.
Yeah, it's all because of the turtle.
I agree. Yes, that's why we keep getting signed, because of you.
Thank you.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.